I believe we are live. And we are. Okay. Yo, what is going on, my brotherhood? Welcome to, well, I'm sure you guys were expecting me to be playing, Dragon. Ooh, get rid of that real quick. Let's go ahead and go here. I'm sure you guys were expecting me to be playing Dragon Age Origins, which I would very much like to be playing right now. But unfortunately, I'm running into some technical difficulties, and I got tired of trying to work those technical difficulties. Apparently, OBS and Bluetooth headphones do not mix very well. I had this problem last time. I don't remember exactly how I fixed it, or if the way I was trying to fix it was helping at all. So I decided that we'll just go to the second stream I was going to do anyway today, and let's build a fantasy town. I know this is going to be on YouTube. I will download it and put it on YouTube, but let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and build a fantasy town in Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I will go ahead and bring up. Give me 1 second, real quick. Actually, I don't even think I needed to do that. No, I didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and just boop, boop, and come back over here. And by the way, if you want to know what the music is, it's just a fantasy non-copyright music playlist. You can just do a simple Google search and find it. I'm just gonna put it on loop, so we'll get all kinds of interesting music that we're playing. This is the continent of Amanlashe. Now, because today's whole thing isn't about talking about the history of this world, but building the city of Cico, I will go ahead and do like a very brass tacks thing. This used to be all one continent. A great war, like think World War I or World War II perspective wars, happened and found dwarves with humans and the Hoov Nation, as I call them, which are from this area right here, battling against the and half elves and non elves that are specific to my world right here. But the Elven Empire used to be this whole entire area right here. We're facing the Elven Empire, the Goblin Malignity, and the Dragonborn Empire, which is right here. This continent was one piece at one time, and to stop the war, a mage of immense and ridiculous amounts of power struck the earth with all of his might right here, actually, in a city that we will create in the future called Deepgate, where the Wizarding College actually is. Well, not I wouldn't say Wizarding College. I'd say Mage's College. So that's why that's why the continent looks like this now. We have this huge, giant saltwater river running down the middle of the continent, and we have this huge bay area that is under contention between the elves and the Goblin Malignity. We have two humanist nations right here. Ignore this. This is a mountain range, and the dwarves do live here, but they also live other places. This is a desert, a jungle, a plains-like area, so think Midwest. A kind of barren land that has some plains, but very barren also, where the Dragonborn Empire is. And this is the home of the Elven Empire, and this was part of the Elven Empire until they split away from the Yeveste, which is a word translated from Sylvan, meaning the first. And these elves are like high elves, but different in my world. But today we're going to be building a town called Cico, which is right here where my mouse is. Cico is not under the jurisdiction of any country. It is a free state. It is a city-state, and it is the only allegiance they have are to those within the free. I'll show you guys real quick. Um, by the way, great tool, World Anvil. I love it to death. They are part of a coalition called the Free Cities of Amanlashe, which Deepgate is also a member of, and so is Cico. Um, Cico is a place where everyone is welcome, but it's not a utopian society because there's still, all kinds of stuff going on in the city of Cico. Some of the city is new, some of it is older. So you have slums and things like that. The city has been built from the harbor that they have at the very southern tip, and it is the largest city in my world with a population of over 1 million people. Now, not all 1 million people live in the city. But at least 3/4 of the people live in the city, with the rest of them living in small settlements along this island. There is another port town right here, but it is not a city. It is just a port town, and that's where the river starts and ends in Cico's harbor down here in the south. But that is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be building this city from scratch. Now, I have a few tools we're going to be using. We're going to be using a print off that I have that I will post online when I'm done, and go from there. And we'll be using World Anvil to write down all of our ideas. We're also going to be making a map using this tool, which is, you can find the address right here, watabo.itch.io/medieval fantasy city generator. We also have some village exports that we can look at, how to create realistic cities, all kinds of cool tools to use. Town exports, what buildings should be in any kind of town, a district name generator, and I don't know if we'll use this one, but we do have this as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. I do apologize if you are coming to watch if you're coming to watch the Dragon Age game. Like I said, I was having some issues with that, so we will be doing this today instead, and I will get that fixed on my end and I'm not playing Dragon Age Gamer Goblin. I know you wanted to see more of this. I keep having issues with Bluetooth and trying to connect that to OBS. It is a nightmare, and just trying to deal with that. I'm just going to go buy a wired mouse. But let's get started. If you guys have any ideas, please feel free to send them in the chat. I will check the chat as often as I can, and we will be going from there. If you see something you like, or you see something that you think should be changed based on that, tell me about it. Okay? So right now I have 5 eras in my world. I believe the 3rd era is when humans came to the world of Amanlashe from some place beyond the sea to the east. So Cico would probably not be found until the end of the middle or end of the 3rd era. Well, it would be found. Yeah, it would be founded at the end of the 3rd era, because the end of the 3rd era is the end of the Great War. The expansion would have happened. So yeah, at the beginning of the 4th era. So let's go ahead and put. For right now, we don't need a specific date. Let's just do. Towards the beginning of the 4th era. We don't need specifics right now, we just need brass tacks tools. Never a good idea to just, get caught up in details. Let's just get the outline and then go from there. Who do we want to, I'm going to skip this question for right now. If anybody in the chat wants to pick a fantasy race race that would be a representative of the founder of Cico. Let me know in the chat and I will do that. Okay? Date that it became a ruin. It is not a ruin. So, not a ruin. So, the ruler of Cico is actually a title called the Sovereign. Now, the Sovereign... Oh, I need to learn how to spell sovereign. Give me 1 second. Okay, so there's a E-I-G... Okay. The Sovereign. Create and link. So now we can go into that article later and talk about the Sovereign in more detail. But the Sovereign is going to be a person that's voted to be a decision-making leader of the city, while he still has to abide by a council of rulers that are representative of the races of Amanlashe. Once you reach a certain threshold of population in Amanlashe based on your race, you can vote a representative to the council. That council chooses a sovereign to make decisions on a day-to-day basis, while the council will make decisions on things that will be more of a long-term thing. So think like president. Well, a better example would be Caesar and the Senate. So additional rulers and owners. So this would be the Council of Cico, and we will create and link that article as well. And we don't need to. Council members of the Free City of Cico. Sure, let's do that. But there is no Oni organization. There's no alternative name that I can think about right now. Like I said, we're gonna put over 1 million residents. Inhabitants Denanim. We could call them Seekins. I mean, it's an idea. If anybody has a better idea for a name, let me know. And I will change this if you watch this on YouTube later. If you come up with a better idea than what I have, or nobody came up with a good idea in Twitch, I will change this later. So please, go to the comment section, give me your thoughts and ideas. Let's go from there, okay? But for right now, we're just going to put Seekins. Demographics. By the way, if you come up with a race that isn't a race in my world, I will let you know, or maybe I'll add it, because nothing's in stone yet. I did have a lot more stuff in stone. Well, not in stone, obviously, because it was in stone. I'm talking stupidly. I had a lot more stuff written down, but now I'm looking at what I did right and what I did wrong and learning from that and doing a lot better now. So I'm going to be redoing a lot of stuff. So demographics. Demographics are all about the population of the settlement. It's distributed amongst different species, ethnicities, wealth classes, professions, etc. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a list of all the races of the world. We're not going to do sub-races, because sub-races are just, So let's do humans, elves, dwarves, dragonborn, hooved ones. If anybody has a better name for hooved ones, I would love to hear that idea. The hooved one idea is, ooh, hold on a moment, guys. I want to get back to my thing on my phone. There we go. Oh, I forgot to change the name of this in the... Gosh darn it. I forgot to change the name of the episode in the Twitch thing. But hooved ones are like centaurs, Roxodon and Loxodon, which are rhino folk and elephant folk. There's equestrian, which are literally horse people. The Leonin, which are I don't know if I'll keep that name or not. By the way, Tenderly Tony, if you had an idea for a race or something, you might need to retell me because I accidentally dropped out of the chat for a moment. Okay, so go ahead and put that in there. Tenderly Tony's actually a very good friend of mine and a wonderful lady named Liz. I won't go into any detail about anything, but wonderful friend, love her to death. Great person in my life. So thank you, Liz, for joining us. But that's what the Hood ones technically are. You have races that are from the desert, so desert ones. Like I said, we're not about overthinking things. Right now, we're just getting the frame of things. We have the jungle dwellers. Ooh, we forgot about the goblin malignity. Let's look at the map real quick so I make sure. We got elves, we got goblin malignity. This is a country called Kois, and it is mostly half elves and humans. We have the human world country of Osnal. We got the dwarves, we got the desert, the hooved ones, the dragonborn empire, and the jungle. I did say goblins, you goblin gamer, you. The goblin malignity is, if you're looking at the map when I say this, it makes up this area right here. They don't have like advanced ships. They have more. They wouldn't have ships that you would see in like between the 15th century and 18th century Europe. They would have ships like the Romans used, or maybe the Vikings.
The steaming hug of 2 slices of melted cheese, the crunch of tiny pickles.
I can't believe I have a commercial.
With a toasted sesame seed bun.
I wasn't expecting to have a commercial there, guys. Sorry about that. Anyway, but they go on a lot of raids and stuff like that because they're not actually bad people. They were pushed from their homeland by humans, by elves, and they were forced into this corner, so that's why they are the way they are now. It is a lot of goblin area. I'm tired of goblins being like this thing that gets stuck. They are very organized, actually. They are not the chaotic goblins that you think of in normal D&D. These goblins are organized under a hierarchy structure, have a government, and everything. They are not demi-human monsters in my world. So don't think of normal goblins. You still have goblins and hobgoblins and bugbears, and the orcs are a member of this group as well. So there's a lot of structure to this country. And they call themselves the Goblin Malignity. I don't know why I chose Malignity. I think I chose it because it kind of sounded like, something to bring some kind of horrible thing to the people that cause them horror, I guess. Something like that. I'm not exactly sure. So yes, we have the free cities aren't going to have like the representatives of Cico are chosen by the number of people in their race, not from countries. So country doesn't matter. It's more about race in this one. So we got the desert, we got the jungle, we got dwarves, we got that. I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and skip to the next one. We could do like a base number, like any city in the world. I guarantee you at least like 60% is going to be human. Because humans rule everything, you know. They always do. Elves. Elves are a little more active in my world. So are dwarves. It's these bottom ones that are going to be The goblin malignity might have a decent amount. Let's just put out some numbers and have it add up. So let's do this. We'll do 1% of the jungle. Let's do 2% from the desert. Why do I keep losing the percent symbol? So we have 65, 68. Let's do another 5 from the hooved ones. Oh, shit. There we go. Let's do... So let's see, we're at 73. Let's do 15%. So let's see, that's 75, 85, 86, 87, 88. Let's do 8%. Oh, I keep doing that. There we go. So let's see, we got 75, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. And we'll do 4% from the Dragonborn. And we can fix this right now, so it's in order. Hooved ones, 5%. Goblin malignity, 5%. And so now we can take like the base number of 1 million and find out the population for that. We're not going to bother doing that right now. It's not worth doing it right now. We might come back if we have time. I did start really late, so I'm probably going to stream until... Oh, and by the way, I want to apologize for not streaming earlier like my intention was. My roommate, we needed to fix some light bulbs down in the basement, and you can't dispose of these light bulbs by just throwing them in the trash. They're a hazard, and we needed to make sure we got to the dump here in town before they closed at 3:30, and I would have just been in and streaming at 3 o'clock. So, we're a little late today, but hey, that's okay. Not a big deal. Like I said, this will be on YouTube afterwards, so people can watch it. The government system. So let's go ahead and do a description of the government system, and then if there's a term for it, we will look it up later. So, the government of Cico is made up of a council of representatives who have their number of reps chosen based on the population of their race. How many people should you get? We gotta do some math here, guys. We gotta do some math. So I'm gonna go ahead and bust out the old calculator. Alright, so if we have 1 million, take that times 0.05. That means 50,000 people. And that, by the way, these are not hard numbers. These are an average. Nobody in their right mind would pick So let's say we can always change it if it ends up becoming that the that the council is getting too big. But we can say, well, let's take the biggest number real quick. Let's take 1 million times 0.60. So that's 600,000, and take that divided by 10,000. So the humans would have 60 representatives. I kind of like that because not every human's going to agree with every other human. Some humans will align with, you know, elves on certain subjects and dwarves on other subjects, and some will align with dragonborn on some subjects and some won't. So let's do each race gets a representative for every 10,000 members of their population. This, I guess it wouldn't really be a counselor or we can come up with different names later. I almost did what I shouldn't be doing, and going into the details. This body of representatives act on the behest of their constituents I think that's spelled right. I hope it is. And are chosen by leaders of their racial party throughout the city of Cico. This is actually kind of starting to sound kind of Nazi, but I hope that people aren't like getting that idea here. I mean, in the D&D world, race means a whole lot more because race is very different compared to the actual, human world where the difference in races is so minuscule that it's literally only skin deep sometimes. It's the culture that makes so many differences between people. And that reminds me, let's go ahead. We're gonna put other here. Because we might change jungle dwellers and desert ones, and let's go ahead and do that. Let's drop that to 7. Let's drop that to 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do 5%. Now, I know this sounds awful, but the reason why I'm doing this is there are a lot of races in the desert, but not all of them work together. And they are going to make up the lowest percentage of race in Cico. And the jungle's the same way. There's a lot of races, but they don't really work together. The Hoov ones might be cheating. They might be saying like, "No, we're all one race," but we might see some drama with that. And I kind of like that idea that the Hoov ones are getting as much power as they can because they're banding together under one banner. So that's an idea that I like, and that might inspire all these other races to do the same. So I kind of like this idea. It's an interesting one. Let's see here. Now, this body representatives act on the behest of their constituents and are chosen by leaders of their racial party throughout the city of Cico. Once every 2 years, the body of representatives, and like I said, we can change this stuff, I know I keep saying that a lot, but it's very important to know that when you're doing this stuff, you do not need to commit to anything. Bare bones, people. Build your structure, go on from there. Once every 2 years, I will change wording because that's important though. This body of representatives will gather to
That's what cooked when you order juicy beef
bring forward candidates for the role of sovereign.
Excludes Alaska, Hawaii, and U.S. territories.
Just like in the United States, they're going to have an electoral college-like system and go from there. Once the candidates are chosen and election will occur where the people of Cico will vote for their new sovereign. Candidates can only come from the racial parties that make up the representative power in Cico. So yeah, we got a really good descriptive base to start off with here. I believe anybody who reads this can understand how the government in Cico works. You have a council of representatives that are chosen based off the population of your race. You get so many representatives based on however many 10,000 people in your world. So if you only have 50,000 people in your city, you only get 5 representatives. And if you have less, you get less. If you have more, you get more. Is it a fair system? You could say it is, and you could say it isn't, because why shouldn't humans have a bigger voice if there are more humans? And why shouldn't dwarves have a bigger voice than hooved ones if there are more dwarves there? It's not necessarily 100% fair, but that's how life works, you know? You have to take the good and the bad. I'm going to get a drink here, guys. I have my drinks here. I have my water and my G Fuel. Gotta stay hydrated, right? Well, thank you very much, Liz. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you like it so far. We have the entrepreneurial spirits of the settlement. Examples include watermills, windmills, sewers, courtyards, blast furnaces. We're not going to worry about this because we're going to be building a map, and that will show most of the infrastructure. I might come back to this later, but let's go ahead and get into the district. Now I'm going to go ahead and come over to this page. Now, how many people do I have in here right now? So far, I'm only seeing Tenderly Tony and Gamer Goblin. I don't know if Gamer Goblin is still on. But I'm going to randomize a district name generator here. We're going to pick... Right now, we'll definitely pick... we're by the river and the sea. I want a dock, so let's do a dock first. And I'm going to leave it on each page for a couple minutes, and I'll read over the options. And you tell me what you like, if anything pops up in your head, for a dock district name. So we have the Quay Quarter, Green Heights, Salt Fingers, Tide Pool, and Sailor's Weather. So again, that's Quay Quarter, Green Heights, Salt Fingers, Tide Pool, and Sailor's Weather. Now I'm going to go ahead and snap a little picture of that list so I have it in case I don't get any pics for that. Ooh, Sailor's Weather? Okay, let's do it. And that will be our docks. Okay? So let's go ahead and go back. We'll come to government. We have to have a government district. It's where the government's going to be housed. It's where the building that the council or House of Representatives, whatever you want to call it, will meet. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Legal Parish, God Plaza, Bright Glass, Legal Plaza, or Highward. What are your thoughts? Anybody give me a thought? Legal Parish, or if you want to see another list, we can go to another list. Legal Parish, God Plaza, Bright Glass, Legal Plaza, or Highward. Now, if you like the name, pick it, because we can build the district around that idea. Like, if you picked Bright Glass, maybe it's called Bright Glass because the building that houses the representatives is made of a special glass that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna do that every time, and so we have like but like I was saying, maybe the Bright Glass is named that way because there's a special glass that's on the building. Just an idea. Don't hate a name because it doesn't sound like a government area, you know. Think of it more as like, you know, that idea. You know, maybe there's something there, and that's why they call it that. Maybe it's called Fae Plaza because there was a really cool statue built there of a Fae creature. High Arc or King's Cleft. Ooh. I prefer High Arc. King's Cleft sounds too royal to me. You like... Okay, pick one between High Arc and Fae Plaza. Tell me which one you like. High Arc does sound a little more official, so High Arc for the government district. Okay, so now we're going to go into... Let's go into the temple district. We're going to find temples from all over the world here, from different religions. So I'm going to stop. We have Saints Ribbon, Radiance, Chapel Arena. Chapel Arena kind of sounds funny to me. All the different chapels are vying for people to join their religion. I kind of like that one. I might pick that one just because I kind of like the name. Quiet Furnace Rock and Saints Cross. That Chapel Arena, though, I kind of like. I'm glad that you think so, Liz. That's a good idea. Let's go with that. Chapel Arena. They're all in contention for people's souls. I like that. That was good. Now we're gonna have a slum district. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got Soway, Cannery Hollow, Carlo or Charlo, Knightley, and Hackfingers. I don't know about this one. This one's kind of... I don't know, this list's a little underwhelming to me right now. Maybe I'm not seeing something that someone else might be seeing. Cannery Hollow? Cannery Hollow sounds kind of cool. And we can always come up with an interesting idea. Or just Hollow? The Hollow District? Okay, I kind of like the Hollow District. That sounds cool. Don't forget, we can always go to another list if you want. I'm going to give you a chance to respond before I go any further. Go to another list? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. My chair went. It's not broken, but my chair just went like, oh, you want to go back? Let's go back. One more list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crow Enclave, Bauble Hollow, Nest of Green, Cat Barrow, and Sunchester.
Your favorite movies are on YouTube. Watch the latest releases.
For some reason, Cat Barrow is kind of speaking to me. Maybe there's like a bunch of cats. Like it's a problem. They're just breeding like crazy. And maybe there's a lot of cat folk that live there, or races of people that are more cat-like than any other race. maybe there's a stigma against them, which is why they all live in the slums, because people think less of them. And okay, let's do cat borrow. I'm glad you like that idea. Cat borrow. Alright. Now we have the market district. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have the Silk Hideaway, White Nest, Meat Market, White Pearl, or Silver Altar. I really like Silver Altar. I like it because it just screams what's most important in this district, which is that money, the meat market. Do you like meat market? Meat market, it fits for a purpose. I don't hate meat market, so if you're sold on that one, I'm okay with it. You know what? I'm gonna go with meat market, and I have an idea why. And the reason being, I have an idea for meat market. There's a reason why. I have an idea, and I'll go ahead and tell you guys. I think it'd be cool if there was a local legend that there was a serial killer that slummed around in the meat market, and according to legend, he would go around killing people and process their bodies as food and sell it to the people of Cico. So now there's this stigma of always knowing where your food comes from and always checking the meat before you buy it. I kind of like that. And that's why they call it the meat market, because this is, this is a market district. It's not a meat market, it's a market district. So to call it meat market would be kind of weird, right? Now we may not end up using all of these districts, because I'll show you the map here. It depends on how many we get. I don't know if we can add any, but we'll use as many as we can, okay? We got docks, we got government. I don't know if we're gonna bother with high-class residential. We might try here in a moment. Temple, market. Let's do a high-class residential. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have the Goldborn, the Scepterborn, Toll Heights. I kind of like Toll Heights. Worm Tower, or Dagger Plaza. Anybody have any thoughts on these? Toll Heights? Okay. I kind of like for some reason, it just made me think that maybe the buildings here are taller and they think themselves better because of that. So, and of course, that's just how the aristocracy is going to think. What do they call that? High-class residential. Alright, so we got that. Now let's go to assets. Equipment, stores, valuables, etc. We're going to skip assets right now. Don't really feel like we need to worry about that right now. Defenses. Okay, so this is where I'm going to bring in another thing that I will be doing a live for to make later on. Possibly do it this weekend, maybe on Sunday. Oh no, I can't do it on Sunday. We'll come up with a day, hopefully, that I can do it on. But the city of Cico has hired out the services of an organization called the Bronze Bastards. The Bronze Bastards are a mercenary group started by the second born son of a noble family who was passed over on everything. Really taking an idea from Game of Thrones here. No, not a problem, Liz. I hope you have a good day. We'll see you later. Who was passed over on everything, unable to get any real support for his endeavors because of his status in the family. I will see you later, okay? So, we don't need to go into a lot of, okay, hold on. So, the Bronze Bastards act not only as the main security force for the city of Cico when under attack for any reason, but they also have a guard detachment that handles most of the day-to-day security for the denizens. Let's call them what they are right now, Seekins. Alright, so we have that. Let's see here. Let's see here. So now we have industry and trade, guilds and factions, history, points of interest, tourism, architecture, geography, climate, and natural resources. I think from this point, we're going to stop on this section and move on to actually making the map. But let's see what we have right now. So we've done a lot of good work here. And I have a piece of paper here that I will be writing down a lot of stuff that's not going to be here. And I will post it on the Facebook page for Moch Creations and on Twitter in case anybody wants to check it out. It won't be immediately. I've got to finish it, you know, like how old is the city, you know, blah, blah, blah. The terrain style, things like that, official district names, blah, 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 blah. But it will end up being posted eventually. But we have done a lot of good work here. So let's go ahead and go into the map. And we're going to style. Let's see here. Tint districts, weather tops. I like the hip style more. Alright. And settlements. I just gotta find the right thing here real quick. Generates. We don't want walls because this is a port city, and it started from the port and moved out. And I don't think walls make sense for this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many did we pick over here. Sailor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so as long as we can get 6 districts, we are good. I'm gonna rebuild. I want one where the dock is down here and the river. I know that sounds silly, but sorry, I had to check the chat real quick, guys. Let's rebuild. Let's see. Why aren't you rebuilding? No, I rebuild. Do I need to hit large every time? Yeah, apparently I have to hit large every time. Gosh darn it, man. I am not getting what I want. There's a reason why I want it to be the way it is, and I'll show you guys. Because the city is right here, and there's a river that starts here and comes down. That's why. So I guess we just gotta keep going until we finally get what we want. That could work. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. This one's got way more. We'd have to pick some more. I'm gonna chance it. Nope. 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 This might work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, they have a lot more here. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Where is... Okay, there it is. There's the castle. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this fixed up appropriately. Cico. Alright, so sometimes this causes a little bit of a problem, so we're gonna have to be very patient. Wait a minute, why didn't you... We'll fix you in a moment. Alright, come here, you. There we go. I feel like I shouldn't have bothered doing this. For some reason, whenever you wanna warp this out, it's very like, sometimes it loads very badly. Okay. We're doing all right now. Let's just be very patient and there's a reason why we're doing this. We're trying to make it so there's more buildings, so it looks like it actually has way more people than what it says, you know, over there when I was looking at it earlier, you guys saw. Let's go ahead and almost done. I just want to do this a little bit more. I think I'm going to... Let's do this one last one and we'll... Okay, I'm done now. There we go. Apply. Okay. So, Cico. What the heck? That was weird. Alright. That is being weird. Well, maybe if I just do this real quick. Of course. Oh, hold on. I got a message from one of our players here. Aww. The Gamer Goblin left me a picture of her, their updated character, Thea, and she is gorgeous. Oh, and we have somebody from Twitch that just followed us, and Ania VTuber. Hello, Ania. Thank you for joining the stream. I do apologize that we weren't playing Dragon Age Inquisition like we were supposed to. I hope that didn't upset you too much. Well, guys, I think we might just have to play with this again, and unfortunately, just take the first one that works. Let's see here. Is there something wrong with our music? Oh, yeah, just had to... Alright, this time I'm not going to bother with it. You know, we'll just say that there's a bunch of little places off to the back, you know. I wonder if there was a thing. Oh, nope. Don't want that. I could have swore there was a thing where, Let's check this other one that we had. See, the only reason I don't like this one is because, I guess I can get rid of the names and I can write them in myself later. Coastal, there we go. Oh, no. There we go. Can you get rid of the walls? There we go. There we go. I don't know what normalized cells means. I don't even know what that really did. Make sure we're not getting messages from people here. Let's see here. Alright, we just gotta play with it until it gets to what we want with the right angle of the river, okay? So give me just a second here, guys. I wasn't really doing it, so let's label map. Let's see if that does it. Oh no, that doesn't do it. Walled. That changed it. Alright, I think you're starting to mess with me for no other reason than to mess with me. Alright, so let's do that, and then we'll go back to coastal and see if we get something different. You buttholes. Normalize cell, see if that does anything. See, sometimes this is what sucks about map makers when you're not actually, like, doing all the map work in yourself. There we go. This might work. So I'm gonna do that. And save as a PNG. And then I'll do the same thing. But get rid of the labels. So I can kind of work off of that to kind of do stuff with, you know. And I like this. We're going to go back to the other one just in case I'm able to find a way to do it the way I wanted to. Because, yeah, I feel like there's way less buildings in this one than there is in this one. I mean, I know the map, it doesn't look as nice and clean as this one does either, but maybe I'll get 2 of them and I'll just let people vote on which one they like the most. But I've got to get, like, the right angle. That's the problem. If I could do it myself and get the... Well, this one's kind of cool. See, like, that looks so small compared to this one. Maybe what I'll do is I'll use this one as a base and actually go on Incarnate and build the city over time. Definitely not going to build it in like a week or two. Incarnate is great, but it takes a lot of time and effort. I think that's about as good as we're going to get for the city part of it, okay? So let's go to our... Okay, they are both there. I just want to make sure our downloads are there. I gotta look and see what that is later. Alright. Alright. This will be great for cities that aren't that big. And I'll still use it for those. But unfortunately, it just doesn't work as well for other ones. Let's see here. Let's go up here. Make sure I can't use anything here. Name generator, random generator, fantasy calendar generator, fantasy world generator, medieval demographics calculator. This is kind of cool. I have no idea what the square mileage of my place was, so... But that's kind of... I have a different way of doing this, so I'm not going to bother with this. But, started at the beginning of the 4th era. And we would be playing in the 5th era. I don't think that part matters here, so... the city of Cico. Real quick, I'm going to turn off the screen so I can... just got reconnected. Sorry about that, guys. We should be reconnected and good to go now. Let's get back into it. Random town generator. Does it... Let's do this again real quick. Grassland. Nope, no, no, no. Not inland. Or island. Coastal. Any race. We can label a map right now. See, like, how is that a metropolis with only 32,000 people? This is what I don't get about these things. Like, it's not enough. Let's try to go down and see if there was something there. I have an idea. What is the square footage of the city of Waterdeep? Waterdeep is approximately 3.5. Hold on. What are the square miles? Square miles of Waterdeep. D&D 5e. 3.8 miles by 1.5. 3.8 miles times 1.5 miles to square miles. That's 5.7 square miles? What the heck? Oh, well, this is for an empire, so... let's do 6. We'll do maximum. This part doesn't matter because we'll change it. 120 persons per square mile. Alright, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I kind of like this tool. You know, I should probably... yeah, I'm gonna skip this. I have something I can use for this, so... I like this tool. It doesn't work for this city, unfortunately. This is kind of cool, too. Look at all these random tools that they have that I've never bothered to check out. Treasure map generator, random dungeon generator, the endless oblique. I don't even know what the heck this is. But yeah, this is a great website, by the way. Donjon. Bin. You guys can see it in there. There's a random inn generator as well. You can pick poor, common, good, townsfolk, or adventurers, blah blah blah. Get some ideas for that stuff. all kinds of great things and tools that you can use for this. But I like this tool, like I said again, but it doesn't work for a city apparently, because you know you need the population of the country and then the population of the city and blah blah blah. So unfortunately, it doesn't work quite well. But we will still use those maps I made and go on from there. So let's go ahead and come back and go back to World Anvil real quick and go into our articles. We have the council members of the Free City of Cico and the Sovereign. So let's go ahead and go to the Sovereign real quick, and we'll start there. Oh, this is not good. Let's change this to the founder of Cico, and actually we should just delete this because we connected it to gosh darn it, there we go. Quick edit. What are you doing, computer? Work with me here, buddy. Let's just go ahead and delete that. And we'll go ahead and delete that too. And we'll go back to the dashboard. There we go. Country, organization, vehicle, species, settlement, religion, session report, god, deity, blah, 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 blah. Let's do advanced templates, tradition, technology, spell, title. That's what we want. Let's do sovereign. Civic political kind of makes sense, but let's keep going. It's technically not a noble position because anybody can. I guess they're gonna hire on their own nobility. They're gonna. It's not royalty. I'm going to call it civic political. I think that makes the most sense. Form of address. How do you address a sovereign? Ways to address a sovereign. See, that all sounds like a king or a queen. Let's do this. This isn't really fantasy. A quick guide to sovereign citizens. I'm gonna ignore that for right now. We're thinking too hard. Let's go ahead and skip it. Reports to. We're gonna leave that for right now. Cico. Source of authority. Who gives you the power to do what you do? For example, the king may be authorized by his people. We'll do the. Cico's representative. For right now, we'll do 2 years. Use this to order and rank compared to others in the organization's list of rank titles. The higher the number, the higher in the chain of command the rank is. I'm gonna have to sit here and think about this, guys. So I think we're gonna go ahead and stop the stream right here. I hope you did enjoy this. We got a lot done. Got a lot of good stuff done for Cico and all the things that we need to do for it. Let's hit view right there. Civic political. But yeah, we got a lot done, and this is like, this can take some dungeon masters a long time to do. It can take them not a long time to do. It just kind of depends on how they work and everything. But having all of this, having the district names, the map, you know, this is big. This is a lot of lore. This is a lot of ideas. We know exactly how many people of each race live there. We know how the government works. We know who defends them and who is their day-to-day guards. We know the different sections of the city. All of this are really good stuff to help really understand the city that you're going into. But I want to thank you guys so much for stopping in. I really appreciate your time and all the work that some of you did and helping me create this city. I will be doing another live here soon, not today, but here soon in general. I will post. You can find all my links on my Twitch page. There's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. There is a YouTube channel. I don't remember if I added that or not. I will. This will be on YouTube later, so if you want to watch it, please feel free and give me your comments down below. I'd very much appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If anybody has an idea of how we should address the sovereign of Cico, he is not royalty. He is a voted position, kind of like Caesar. So Caesar was a position that was gifted to him by the Senate. And then he took advantage of it and started, and his next in line, Augustus, became the first true emperor of Rome. So technically, it's not a royal title; it's just a voted on position. But again, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate your time and effort. Go ahead and check out all my pages if you don't mind. Keeping up to date with me. We'll be doing not only this, but creations for organizations, churches, all that good stuff. We'll even be doing character creation stuff, like making our own races with our own racial stats and stuff like that. Building a character based off that, and then telling like a short little story with it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!